November is Men's Health Awareness Month, and if you didn't know, 1 in 4 men are impacted by mental health illnesses. Now, according to MindWise, about 6 million males suffer from depression, and today we want to address the silent stigma and share some solutions. So I'm excited to have Dr. Jeffrey Guina. He's the Chief Medical Officer for Easter Seals Morgue. Thank you so much for being here. This is a very important topic.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I want to talk about how people can see depression in males. Maybe it comes across differently. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, depression and anxiety can look different in a lot of different people. For some people, that might be being more withdrawn than normal. For some people, they might appear more irritable, more angry, or more on edge than normal. The big thing to look for, I think, is if someone's functioning is suddenly changing. If we're doing great at work or in school and then they're not anymore, or they had a lot of friendships and they were doing a lot of different activities and things they enjoy, and then suddenly those things aren't going well. That's when we start getting concerned.
So what would you suggest people to do if they realize some of those behavioral changes? How do they approach it in someone they love?
So whether it's yourself or someone else, I think knowing that there are people out there that are trained and ready and willing to help provide support in a confidential setting, like at Easter Seals Morgue and other organizations, can be really important. But even aside from that, for when people you care about seem to be suffering, reaching out to them, asking them how they're doing, and trying to listen and trying to understand what they're going through. Sometimes as human beings, we're trying to fix things all the time. Yeah. Sometimes just listening and letting people vent and get out their stressors or frustrations can be more powerful than anything.
Yeah, and so Easter Seals Morgue kind of provides this service. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so Easter Seals Morgue is the largest mental health provider in the state of Michigan. We serve over 25,000 people every year. In addition to just general mental health services, we take care of people with depression, anxiety, severe mental illness, drug and alcohol problems, autism, developmental disabilities, and physical disabilities as well.
So can anyone make an appointment? Like, how does that work?
Sure, yeah. People can either go to our website at eastersealsmorgue, morc.org, or call 1-800-75-SEALS and can talk to one of our intake specialists about what kind of services they may be looking for.
Perfect. And, you know, when you see male patients, is there a stigma that's still there? Is it harder to get them to open up, or? Sometimes,
yeah. I think sometimes the hardest part is getting in the door. You know, I used to be a psychiatrist in the military. I was an active duty U.S. Air Force veteran, and we took care of lots of people, combat vets and pilots, and a lot of times men in particular are worried about what are other people going to think? Are people on my team, are my loved ones, is my job, are they going to think I'm not reliable? But actually seeking help shows how reliable you are. It shows that when you're struggling, you're going to take care of yourself. And so that's maybe one of the most important messages I'd like to get across to people who are suffering in silence.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jeffrey. I think that is a very important message and also an important topic. As we know, the holidays are coming up. That can be a difficult time for people. So we will have this information on our website at WXYZ.com. And just as a reminder, if you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health crisis, please call the Suicide and Crisis Hotline at 988. It is available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We'll be right back.